Hey guys, OneManOneCamera here. So I wanted to try out Tuscany's Marilyn Café, and I wanted to get a bite of their fish and chips. So when you get to Tuscany, you go through the main entrance, and they do ask you to remove your mask for a second and look up at a camera. I guess, obviously, well, I don't guess, but obviously for security reasons, in case some incidents happen, they will know how to find you. All right, so got to Marilyn's Cafe. It's a nice little cafe, and it is actually bigger than I thought it would be. And I wanted to try out their fish and chips, like I said. The pricing, now this fish and chip dinner costs $12.99. And then I had a soda for $2.79 for a total of $15.74 plus tax. Sit down, order my fish and chips. Now, this should have been the first red flag. The fish and chips came out within about 6 to 8 minutes, which I thought was really fast. Because if you get the order, you batter the fish, you fry the fish, you put it on the rack, it drains off for a minute or so, put it on the plate, and get those fries together and so on and so on. It's usually more than 6 to 8 minutes. So, but I just, okay, whatever, fine. The plate arrived, and the plate was kind of hot. It felt weird, not like a microwave hot, but it felt hotter than I thought it would be. Here is the thing about the fish and chips here. The batter, they said was beer batter over some cod, okay, fine. But the batter was actually pretty thick and pretty hard. It's the hardest batter that I've ever, or I guess crust on the fish, that I've ever had with fish and chips in all of my fish and chip eating days. And I've eaten a lot of fish and chips. Additionally, the fish was not steaming hot when I cracked it open, which also kind of surprised me, because typically when you get your fish and chips, at least my experience, is that the fish is really, really hot. You know, steam pops out when you crack it open and that sort of thing. So I imagine is that the fish was cooked at a different time and then stuck on a rack somewhere. And then once the order comes in, the fish is either placed in the oven for a hot minute, hot oil maybe for a hot minute or so, and then just heated up and then passed on. But the problem is, I think that just destroys the product, in my opinion, because one, you're not going to get a steaming fish when the person opens it up. Number two, that batter can get kind of creepy, not creepy. And then also the batter can harden, harder than usual. So it really kind of tripped me out. So I don't think this was cooked to order, made to order. So that was a, big minus. The French fries were just so-so. They really didn't thrill me either. And those guys were not piping hot either. So I think this whole thing, the fish and the chip itself, they both were pre-made. Kind of a blah for me, you guys. I was disappointed because I really wanted some good fish and chips. So I ordered the vegetable sides, and they were pretty good. This was zucchini, squash, and a carrot. Zucchini and squash felt fine. The carrot felt somewhat underdone because it was really pretty hard to eat, pretty tough. I guess because this Marilyn Cafe place probably does not do a lot of fish and chips on a daily basis. So in order to save themselves from losing inventory or destroying inventory or whatever, they pre-cook everything and get it ready. So when the customer comes in, it's just a few minutes before it's served to the customer. But I don't know, you guys. I think they could put a little note on the menu saying, hey, these are cooked to order, and it takes maybe 12 minutes to 15 minutes to get your fish properly done. And same with the fries, because the fries, like I said, they weren't piping hot either. The staff was good though. The guy who served me was good. No problems there. It's just that this fish and chips really was just not my cup of tea. Because as I was eating it, I was thinking back to my old days, the other restaurants I've eaten fish and chips at. I think all of them, even the little raggedy places, the fish and chips came out pretty hot, and you had to wait a few minutes for it to cool off, or you burned your tongue. But they do have a good substantial menu with specials every day, so I might return for one of their specials just to see how that goes. But I think the fish and chips here, what's the guy say? That's a no from me, dog. All right, you guys. Like I always say, if you see me outside, say hello, and I will say hello back. Take care wherever you are, and I hope you have a great day.